Amaka sat on a broken wooden stool, staring at the cracked floor of her father's hut. She was only 20, yet life had already worn her down. Her dress was torn, her feet bare, and her belly growled from emptiness. Outside, Papa Amaka buzzed restlessly, scratching his head. Debt had swallowed him, the palm wine seller, the yam trader. Even the chief's son were on his neck. That evening, he called her out. "You go marry tomorrow," he said without meeting her eyes. Amaka's heart stopped. "Marry who, Papa?" "One man way fit help this family," he muttered. Tears welled up in her eyes. "But Papa, I no even know Am." Papa Amaka raised his hand sharply. "If you talk anyhow, you go sleep outside." That night, Amaka cried herself to sleep. The next morning, there was no music, no dancing, no joy. Amaka wore an old gown that hung loosely on her small frame. Her hair was hidden under a faded scarf. The villagers whispered and pointed as she was handed over to a man named Kunle. Kunle stood quietly, dressed in worn clothes and battered slippers. His house was at the edge of the village, far from everybody. Some said he was a carpenter, others said he was just a loner. "Welcome," Kunle said softly as she entered his tiny mud house. "You fit sleep for bed. I go manage ground." Amaka stared at him, surprised. She expected harshness, but he treated her with unexpected kindness. He cooked, fetched water, and never shouted. Days passed, and slowly Amaka became comfortable. She started humming while sweeping and smiled once in a while. One evening, as the sun melted behind the hills, Kunle called her outside. "I dey think make we move go city," he said, sitting on a log. Amaka blinked. "City key?" "Yes," he nodded. "I don't save small. We go rent room. I go continue carpenter work." "But you no sabi all these city-style furniture na," she said, doubt heavy in her voice. Kunle smiled faintly. "If dem no buy, I go find another work. I no fear hustle." Amaka sat quietly, her heart pounding. She searched his eyes and found no pride, only hope. After a moment she said, "I go follow you." They packed their few belongings, 3 dresses, 2 trousers, and a worn-out toolbox. The bus ride to the city was long and dusty. By evening, the city lights and noise overwhelmed Amaka. "Jai, this place loudo," she whispered, clutching Kunle's hand. Kunle chuckled. "No worry, you go adapt." They squeezed into a small room. Kunle had rented 1 bed, 1 window, 1 rickety fan, but it was theirs. The next morning, Kunle set out to search for work, while Amaka stayed back to clean. She prepared a small pot of rice using the little kerosene left. When Kunle returned, he looked drained. "Work hard, oh," he said, sinking into the bed. "Dem say dem need carpenter way sabi Italian sofa. My own na village stool." Amaka sighed. "I tell you na, city people get big eye." But one workshop talk say make I come carry wood first. Small I go find way." Amaka touched his arm gently. "Thank you for no giving up. For you, I no go ever give up," he said. In the days that followed, Kunle hustled tirelessly. Meanwhile, Amaka started frying puff-puff in front of their compound. At first, only children bought. Then neighbors came. Soon, people from nearby streets began to ask for more. "Your hand de sweeto," one woman told her, smacking her lips. Kunle noticed and teased. "Na only you get talent for this house." Amaka laughed. One Saturday morning, Kunle's old Nokia phone buzzed. Unknown number. "Hello?" Kunle answered. "Good day. Is this Mr. Kunle Abiola?" a deep voice asked. "Yes." "This is Royal Furniture Company. You applied 2 weeks ago. Can you come for interview on Monday?" Kunle frowned. "Which application?" The man laughed. "A lady submitted your sketches." Kunle turned sharply towards Amaka, who pretended to sweep. After the call, he asked, "Amaka, you do am?" She nodded shyly. "I see your designs dey fine. I just try small. No one raise your hope. Kunle was speechless. He pulled her into a tight embrace. You be better, wife. Nah, God carry you give me. Monday morning came. Kunle wore his cleanest shirt. Amaka packed water and groundnuts for him. Pray for me, he whispered. I don't pray finish, she smiled. After he left, Amaka stayed by the window, praying silently. Days later, Kunle returned home with a spring in his step. Dem say make I resume work next week, he beamed. Amaka jumped up and hugged him. God done start our miracle! Things began to look brighter. Kunle's new job gave them small stability. Meanwhile, Amaka's puff-puff business continued growing. One afternoon, while Kunle was at work, a loud knock landed on the door. Who be that? Amaka called. Na me, na kechi, a sharp voice replied. Amaka opened the door, and in walked Nkechi, the village gossip queen, now wearing fake eyelashes and too much lipstick. So now here you dey stay? Nkechi sneered, chewing gum loudly. Chai Amaka, fine girl like you dey suffer here. Amaka folded her arms. Wait till you come do. Nkechi leaned closer. I get one ogre way one carry you enter better life. He get money, jeep, and house. Forget that your carpenter husband. Amaka's face hardened. Carry your nonsense comot for here. Nkechi scoffed. Now you sabi. Poor woman way no get sense. Get out! Amaka barked, pointing to the door. Nkechi stormed off, cursing under her breath. Amaka sat down heavily, whispering to herself. Peace, better pass gold. Later that night, Kunle noticed Amaka's mood. She told him everything. His jaw tightened. Make you avoid that yay woman, he warned. Dem no happy, say we day happy. Amaka nodded. I promise. Kunle kissed her forehead. You be treasure, Amaka. Weeks passed peacefully. Kunle's work grew better. One day, his boss, Mr. Odili, called him into the office. Kunle, your work excellent, Mr. Odili said, smiling. You speak of your wife often. I would like to meet her. Kunle blinked. Sir, she no get certificate. Oh. Mr. Odili waved his hand. Character is better than certificate sometimes. Bring her. That evening, Kunle excitedly told Amaka. She panicked. What I go where? What if I disgrace you? Kunle held her hands. Just be yourself. Your heart day shine already. The day of the meeting arrived. Amaka wore her best gown and tied her hair neatly. At the company gate, fear gripped her. Calm down, Kunle whispered. They entered Mr. Odili's glassy office. The man stood up and shook her hand warmly. You're welcome, Amaka, he said. He smiled kindly. I see why Kunle praises you. Your strength shines. Amaka blushed. But soon, things turned strange. After some small talk, Mr. Odili leaned closer and said, You know, you deserve better life than all this struggle. If you stick with someone like me, your life go change. Amaka stiffened. Sir, with due respect, I day happy where I day, she said firmly. Mr. Odili's face fell. He hissed, Na poverty go kill una. Without another word, Amaka stood up and left. That evening, she told Kunle everything. Rage burned in Kunle's eyes. I no fit continue work under that man. Amaka smiled through tears. Then leave. Make we hustle our own. Kunle nodded. We go fry puff, sell furniture, do anything but we no go sell our dignity. They hugged tightly. Weeks turned into months. Their buns business grew. Kunle also started making simple furniture for neighbours. Money was still small, but peace filled their home. One day, Amaka returned from the market and poured cash on the bed. Kunle, she said, grinning. I saved this for you. Start small workshop. Kunle was stunned. Amaka, you be angel. They prayed together that night, holding hands tightly. Years later, Kunle and Amaka became well known. Their business expanded, their love deepened, and their laughter never stopped. They had started with nothing, but they built a kingdom of peace, respect, and true love. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring African tales. Drop a comment below, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Stay blessed, and remember, love, dignity, and resilience build kingdoms.